Hello, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of, keeping modern janky. I am trying out Shiko, Paragon of the Way, and this is my control build for it. We'll probably get, you know, probably could have done all that at my opponent's instep. This not to show him our hand, but we'll go get a land with this Lorien revealed. Make sure we have things to do. Oh God, I hope it's not. It's gonna be, but I mean, I just am so tired. I just played Aim of the Titan and it's just painful. But maybe this is an Aim of the Titan. What do we find? It's his calling turn. Perfect. Hold up our counter magic. Yeah, so I'm not. I mean, I play control in Commander some, and I'm not totally unfamiliar with it, but it's a totally different beast to play control in something like Modern, for instance. Field of Ruin. Okay. Let's see if they're a Ponza deck. So I just wrote an article about. Well, I did not write an article. I just posted my deck tech and some gameplay of Tireless Tracker. Um, that's fine. We don't need to counter that. We'll lightning bolt it instead. We could also just preserve our life total, flage it. Let's we'll see what we find off of this this surveil land. Since we are a Shiko deck, we don't really need. We'll put that on top. So I guess what we want to do, and we want to hold up our counter magic, and we want a lightning bolt, right? Second main phase lightning bolt, as you do. My kids are upstairs playing a game, so it's about to get loud. But hey, we're making our land drops. We're working towards this flage. And we have this game that we play on our second floor with running from one end of the hall to the next, to hiding in rooms from someone who's the monster, and my oldest likes to be a dinosaur. So you'll hear a lot of roaring, and then my youngest also wants to be a dinosaur now. So anyhow, I'm just trying to show off another approach, another angle in which you could play Shiko. Gonna go after our steam vents. That is okay. We'll go get a red source. We should have a mountain in here. I'm very much about playing our basics. Having one of each color, and that we will counter. So to fable or not to fable? What should we do? Flage or not to flage? I mean, flage just gives us such a fast clock. I think we want to cast flage. Kill the grazer. Get some life back. Elegant Parlor. Supreme Verdict. I mean, we'll put it on top. I like having. I mean, the Verdict is nice. catch all. If our opponent decides if they have a big fatty to follow this up or something we can't handle with Flage as a blocker, then we can always fall back on Supreme Verdict and Flage later. Flage is coming, man. It is a coming. Opponent knows it. See if they have any graveyard hate. Endurance, they do. Oh well. The dream has not been realized. Main deck Endurance makes sense in a Gruul deck. The graveyard is a powerful strategy, so we will instead, I guess, Fable. I kind of want to get the Fable down, and let them run out their last card first. Hopefully it's not too scary. We have this to preserve a life total. We probably should have left the red source open, but I wanted to feign counter spell. Do we want to get rid of our Supreme Verdict now? What do we draw? Another lightning bolt. That's 2 lightning bolts. Oh, double counterspell. How nice for us. So that means, let's see, white, white, blue, red. White, white, blue. Alright, well, we have the counter magic now to protect ourselves against a threat as long as it's not uncounterable. And they're down to 4 manas. Tireless Tracker. Can I put this over here? We will... Can't believe we found 2 counter spells off of the Fable. Can't complain too much though. Alright, Shiko would be great. Hey, it's a Shiko. We don't even have that much. We don't even have that many good things in our sideboard or in our graveyard right now. We came here to Shiko. This doesn't target. It doesn't even target non-legendary. All right. Sigh. All right. Well, he's our finisher, so we're gonna wait. Hold up our counter magic. Malevolent Rumble. Also worth countering. I mean, do we really want to? Yes, we do. We could save it for finding, I don't know, like let's get a surveil land. Maybe we can put a 3-drop into the graveyard. That would be exciting. Blue. I guess we need give us a 3-drop. Give us a creature. So many lightning bolts. Also, so much clicking from so much clicking from the no mouse. All right, you got a lot of cards in hand. They must have something. Imagine they have some kind of big fatty over there they've been sandbagging, knowing we've been holding up counter magic. Shields down. Or are they just desperate to find something? We can't even target our Shiko with Reflections of Kiki Jiki. The Nombo is real, folks. This Alright, well, this is a clock. I mean, yeah. Alright, so our control plan worked. Shiko was not at its best, but it did some things. There's some sweet synergies to have a hold on to it until we have a fetch land, and then go for the surveil and hope to find something. Alright, so they are a big creature deck. Gruul. Let's bring in our Solitudes. With power or toughness 2 or less. So, I mean, that can hit some things. We want to bring in our Geist of St. Traft package. So you see the deck here. I mean, we have a lot of typical control type cards. It's very Brotherhood's End might not be that great. Force Negation. We didn't see a whole lot to target, but they'll surely bring in something. But let's take it out for now. Solitude. Spell Pierce. Saw the Ren and 6. Alright. Oh my goodness, these kids. I mean, it gets them tired, I guess, and it's a fun game. Run up and down the hall and hope no one falls down the stairs. But it usually involves screaming in tears. Screaming sometimes happily, sometimes not. Alright, so this is where the sideboard plan of our opponent will come in. Let's turn Scolding. I mean, we'll keep. We have a couple answers. We have this Solitude to play towards. Flage to burn. I mean, we have counterspell, 2 burn spells to answer something. Lorien revealed. To play Ren and 6, I'll be sad, but Ren and 6. I mean, that's fine. I think I got the wrong land though, because now we don't have an untapped red source or untapped blue source. Yeah, mistakes are being made by my inability. Or my inexperience playing control in this format. I needed to get a red-blue source, not a white, but I had the red-blue surveil land in my hand, and I wanted to surveil. And this is good. I mean, that can kind of reset the board for us. Hopefully we are not going to... I mean, this would be a great time for them to cast something into our Stern Scolding, and that would help make up for our mistakes. Flare of Cultivation. I do enjoy Flare of Cultivation. Man, I try to make that card work so much in this, in Modern, and just never did. Spell Snare. So many tap lands. Just double Lightning Bolt can take out the Wrenn and 6. Is that where we want to be at? When we have a Flage, we can always just bounce it. I think we put that into the graveyard. I mean, both the Stern Scolding and the Spell Snare are looking real bad right now. Oh, and our opponent is just ramping into something in the full hand. The Solitude. We're playing towards the Solitude, albeit extremely slowly. We kind of want an untapped land so that we can return this to our opponent's hand during their upkeep and then have no way to answer it when it comes back down. Counter target spell? No, Spell Snare. Good. You wouldn't want to miss a land drop. Another Flare of Cultivation. Just ramping. They're like, well, opponent's not doing anything. Turn 4, you have a million lands. Giving us a lot of time to either find a counterspell or just put enough mana down to get to this Solitude to answer whatever they cast. Or they just are really flooding. I mean, that when you play a flooding or a mid-range Gruul deck that involves this much mana, ramp, sometimes you just draw the wrong part of your deck. We're finally hitting double blue. They're discarding. And it's just a counterspell. So this gets... We kind of wanted just an untapped land deck. We'll put that on top. Alright, well, here we are. We now have 3 types of counter magic. We have a way to bounce the Wrenn and 6. We have playing towards this Solitude. And they've done nothing but ramp and given us time to finally cobble together some untapped lands. Making a shuffle. So there goes our Scalding Tarn. So they're just attacking our mana. Fair enough. I have a lot of decks that are now interested in attacking manas. We just want an untapped land again, deck. Endurance, that's fine. I mean, we care about our graveyard, but it's not very full right now. I mean, the Flage is still in our hands, so... We would really like an untapped land. Untapped land? Oh, deck. Well, now they're kind of just... They're mostly interested in So attacking our mana base and our life total. That's what I would be doing right now. And it's successful. The Field of Ruin's really messing with us when we're stumbling around on mana. We were going to draw that. And we only have the two. We only have the 2 blue, so you know. Counter that Wrenn and 6. Probably have another one. Yeah, we'll spell snare it. Make him pay 2. Yeah, I mean, I like the deck our opponent's playing more than the deck I'm playing. I don't like the counter magic in these types of formats. I don't think in Control it's one, or in Commander it's one thing. You play one game with the deck and it can be really fun and games go long, and I enjoy like using your life total as a resource, navigating the board state. I just don't have enough experience with it in Modern to be very proficient at it. But I do want to show a different angle of attack, and I went online. I found some typical Control type cards. Certainly a lot of room for building, and honestly, Shiko isn't going to break the format or anything. 5 mana. It's very much a mid-range deck, mid-range card, and Modern is not a mid-range format. Although this is a mid-range deck we're up against, so that's cool. Wish we were playing my other Shiko deck. Alright, what do we got, homie? Have you played a land yet? No, okay. Untap land, please, deck. It's a Shiko. Alright, cool. I mean, I do like the Shiko, don't get me wrong. That's why it's in the deck. But man, the attacking of our mana base has been really painful. And do we even? We're gonna Stern Scolding that. I don't even think that we care. Just let that resolve. We'll Lightning Bolt it. Hold up our counter magic. I mean, they're going to get multiple clues, which I think, alright, well, no, they won't. I think they could have cracked the Field of Ruin in response, but not what you got. Yep. I mean, we will float a red just for fun. We need to go get a plains now. Got 2 of those in the deck. Yeah, get that back. They're going to look to take us off of all of our basics, our non-basics. Hit us for 3. Untap land. Oh man. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Don't do it. Don't do us like that. The thing is, our opponent has 7 cards in hand. They're drawing up to 8. They have so many cards, and I have to click OK each time because we have counter magic. I think they're going to play a Field of Ruin, and I think they're going to blow up our Elegant Parlor, at which point we're going to go get a mountain. And then they're not going to have any more targets for our Field of Ruin. I misplayed that. I mean, I don't know if I misplayed that or not. I could have tapped it for white and then had the Solitude mana'd up to get rid of this Endurance finally. But then the shields are down and they can cast whatever they have in their hand for 7 mana. They're just, and also they're kind of like, well, we're just going to keep attacking for 3 until you find an answer, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Till we find an untapped land. They've really done a good job of thinning our mana for us. It's a fairy. I mean, we're just so desperate for... Now we're going to return the endurance to our opponent's hand so that they can then flash it back in. Oh, we still can't find a land. Alright, we'll scoop it up. I'm tired of clicking all these OKs, and we're struggling just to find a land. And wow, I can never see what I'm going to draw. Alright, what can we do against our opponent's deck? Turns, I mean, the thing is, like, these cards are fine. Everything's fine. Our opponent did a good job playing around everything. We got a little unlucky with our... so much of our land came in untapped. Our opponent spent a lot of time ramping. We had no threats. So, I mean, if we can just stick... We need to find our threats, I guess. Maybe I should bring in White Orchid. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, control, man. You got to have the right answers, and your opponent... They play around it. We had just... They spent a lot of time doing nothing themselves but making land drops. And then all they needed was a Wrenn and 6 and a Field of Ruin. We got so unlucky making land drops after that that things rotted in our hand. It's possible we could have Solitude. Maybe we should have cast Solitude, Exile in the Flage to get rid of Endurance and then just kept Teferi around and forced our opponent's hand. But not even finding a land off the Teferi. Ouchie, ouchie. We have counterspells. We have a Stern Scolding. Well, 3 lands. We're going to keep it. We need a second blue source. Double white already, so we'll go for our Steam Vents, I guess. Just really hope to hit a blue source off the top. Womp womp, we countered a Boreal Grazer. Alright, well, so we're in the business of countering things now. We want to counter things until we can make some kind of... That's fine. We don't care about that. We got other things we can do with our... So now we would like to find some kind of finisher or land. Our deck mocks us. We found the Thundering Falls that we would have probably gotten off of. Fable is fine. We're a ways away from playing it, but it does give us something to play towards. It gives us something to play towards. So we got double counter magic to deal with whatever they end up casting. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a land. So yeah, we'll end up the Flage. Man, we didn't see our Geist of St. Trap. That's one of those cards that can like sneakily win a game against a deck like our opponents. We'll continue using our mana, just countering whatever it is they play. I mean, I assume they have an endurance over there. Yep. So playing the Flage is a bit risky, but I think that's our highest payoff, especially if we draw any sort of 2 mana. I mean, Shiko's good, but it's a very... So we really would rather them not have an endurance. They've had it both games. There's only 4 of them in their deck. What are the chances? What are the chances? Alright, well, Ren and 6. They don't have a land in the graveyard. That means we get to escape, I think, unless they have an answer somehow. So white, red, red. So all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down the red and 6, go up some in life. Alright. So our opponent not having the same kind of hand. They're running low on, a little bit low on resources. We have a Flage. They don't have any lands in their graveyard. They're unable to attack our mana and they scoop it up. Man, once you get to the point with your control where you get to actually have fun with your cards, yeah, I don't blame them. Alright, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Catch y'all on the next one.